Also plugging, if you haven't gone to Savannah for Morons, do that. Okay? It's a lot of fun.
$10 is waiting for you after the show.
Yes, that's my, use code Aaron for 10% off. All right, friends, if y'all have not been to New Jokes Night, can you make some noise? If you have been to New Jokes Night, make some noise. I like that, I like that. So just to start us off, we have New Jokes Night here to give us a safe and welcoming environment for some folks to do some new jokes. Can y'all be a supportive audience for us tonight? Amazing, amazing. We do have some great comics for y'all this week, or yeah, this month. And we have officially booked shows through September, so keep coming out, y'all. All right, friends, I'm gonna kick us off. Anybody gotten married recently or been to a wedding? Make some noise. No way. Okay, thank you. Oh my God, it's Olivia! Yes, and her little sister just got married. Oh my God! Hi, I went to high school with Olivia. Actually, all of school, lower, middle, and high. So good to see you. I'm gonna hug your neck later. All right, friends. Yeah, I am actually officiating my first wedding next weekend. Yes. They're very special dear friends of mine. They're actually getting married at the same place that my parents got married 36 years ago. And they are using the sword that my parents cut their wedding cake with as well. It's like a really intense thing. We found it in storage, the whole thing. Knights of Columbus. But yeah, it's really special. We'll be at Ships of the Sea. Officiating has been a really, really fun process. It's been interesting as a stand-up because it's like, I want to crack jokes, but obviously like marriage is extremely serious and like want to showcase how special their love is. But as I'm prepping, they're like my Chandler and my Monica, like they're the best. But as I'm prepping, I'm doing all this research and I'm like really getting to know how crazy people get in some of their vows. Like, of course, there was famously that Florida man, I don't know if y'all are familiar, but he asked his bride to, quote, leave his belly full and his balls empty in front of all their nearest and dearest. And I hate to victim blame, but I just have to think that some red flags were missed, yeah? Like, I don't think that guy decided to be that guy on that day, you know? God bless her. And also, it's just the way that I would make sure he had no balls after that stunt. Empty, full, just none, actually. In front of our nearest and dearest, I would use the sword, I think. Yeah. Girl power. All right, my friends, that's all I have because, quite frankly, I just wrote my set in the green room 5 minutes ago. Slashed in the shower this morning. But our first comic is a dear friend of mine. He taught me all I need to know, and is still teaching me all I need to know about stand-up. He is my co-host for this little run of shows. Please put your hands together. Not make your hands, make some noise, put your hands together for my friend, John Antoine, y'all.
What's up, y'all? I'm John. Guys, I'm about to turn 36 next month. Hell yeah. I'm a millennial. Any millennials out there? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I used to always associate being a millennial with being like youthful and hip. And then Gen Z and Gen Alpha came and fucked it all up. So apparently now I'm a chopped unk. No? Nobody else in here battling gout? It's a real thing. The other day I was online and I saw some track and field highlights. Apparently there's this Australian kid. He's 19 years old and his name is Gout Gout. He's the fastest 18-year-old in the world right now. This is real. And I just felt like he was taunting me with his name. Because Gout Gout is what I call my left and right foot, you know? I'm a chopped unk, y'all. I don't know. I'm at the age where everybody around me is having all these first-time experiences and shit, you know? Like first kids, you know, or first house purchase, first divorces for others, you know? Me, I'm looking forward to my first colonoscopy, because I'm a chopped unk, damn it! I need a rebranding. I actually, I rebranded once already, around like 15 years old. My government name was Jonathan, And then I started going by John. That was the rebrand, y'all. Because Jonathan is a serious person. Jonathan gets his colonoscopy for his health. John does it for the pleasure, you know? No, like rebranding, it works, man. Like mayo became infinitely better once we all started calling it aioli, you know? Pancakes? No, I want a waffle ribbed for my pleasure. Yeah, I don't know. Stupid. I don't know, man. I had a nice big breakfast today. I knew I was going to be performing tonight. I had to, get the energy up, get some caloric intake. I didn't want to be hangry. I like that term, hangry. I think my girlfriend likes to use the word hangry a lot. So sometimes we'll be out. I'm like, hey, you want to get some wings someplace, or go to 520 or something like that. She's like, oh yeah, I could fuck up some wings right now. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's a definition of hangry. You're so hangry, you would beat up some wings. I get that. And then one time I asked her, it was another time, and she left out the up part. She's like, which makes her horngry, you know what I mean? Fuck that chicken. No. These are just things I think about. A lot of what I think about is food, y'all. I don't know about y'all. I grew up in a food insecure household because I was the second youngest of 9. Yeah, there was no seconds ever. Ever, y'all. You know what that looks like when there's no seconds? You ever seen a whole turkey on Thanksgiving eaten the same day? It's fucked up, man. So I try and eat as much as I possibly can wherever I'm at. So for lunch, I like to go to like a soup, salad, sandwich kind of place. You guys like these kind of places? Yeah. I like it. I think they should rebrand it as the threesome of lunches. Sandwiches, that's the guy, right? I feel like salad. Well, no. All right. Let's forget I said all that. These are new jokes, y'all. New jokes. I'm chopped. All right. So, sandwich and salad. They're like a couple who's been dating, or maybe married for like 15, 20 years. They're pretty happy, but the chemistry's a little iffy. The spark is kind of gone. They're like, all right, well, maybe we should bring a third into this situation. They're like, well, what about that guy's soup? The threesome of... Chopped, y'all. I'm sorry. I've been watching a lot of horror movies lately. Yeah. I like to get it in before October, before I, feel a little inundated a little bit. And I just ghosts are weird to me. I don't really believe in ghosts because I don't know, there are no black ones, It's just tough to believe, I think ghosts should rebrand as like spiritual HOA members, Because they're always haunting some rich person's house. It's like, don't do that, it'll lower the property value. You sure you want to add in that wall? Yeah. What's everybody else doing? What's your name, sir? I like your glasses, they're kind of similar to mine.
Thank you, I'm Ricky.
Ricky, what's up, Ricky? Everybody give it up for Ricky. Ricky, you're kind of matching your lady right here. What's going on? Is it a special occasion?
Life is always a special occasion.
Oh, Ricky. Wow, Ricky, how old are you?
I'm 24.
Exactly, you see that? You see that? about you? You're looking pretty happy there. What's your name, sir?
John.
John? All right. Is it John with an H? Jonathan?
With an H.
With an H?
I was born John.
You were born John. Yeah, he's confident in it. Yeah. How old are you?
44.
Yeah. You see, he's almost Gen X right there. You never hear about those motherfuckers anymore. All right, y'all. I think that's all the time I've got today. Yeah. Make sure you vote, everybody. Everybody, give it up for
That guy, John Antoine. Ricky, you reminded me, I've been looking through my camera roll, cleaning it up, and seeing videos of myself in college with the joie de vivre. I still have a lot of joie de vivre, but the joie de vivre I had before I realized how things work in this world is unmatched. Like, I was really just lollygagging around town all the time. Also, team, get your colonoscopies. I think that we should release PSAs, our government should release PSAs about how good fruit is when you're high. And I think that the colon cancer rates would go down significantly. Because like, I just be eating like so much kiwi and so much pineapple. Like, kiwi has so much fiber, y'all. Eat the skin on. All right, friends. And I have to plug, another plug. We have THC seltzers at the bar that randomly have 4 grams of fiber in them, so get your drink on and get your poop on. All right, my friends. Up next, we have a 71-year-old Spitfire. Keep that energy, y'all. Her name is Wendy Bauer. She is currently going by Granny Pants, so please give it up for Granny.
I don't even know what, 71. But I did do a first the other day. You all ready? Yeah. I went to see this play called The Vagina Monologue. Yeah. Never realized it talked. I'm 71, I've had one for 71 years, never knew it said anything, but it had a lot to say. And you can name it and dress it and do all kinds of things. I don't know. I didn't quite understand the whole play, but really confused me, but it was a first for me. But anyway, so I've been doing a little bit of putting my foot in the dating pool here. I did go on a dating app. It's called Our Time, which is just, it should be called Old Folks. Because they're all old on there. And if anybody knows me, you know I don't like the old guys. I like the young guys. But I'm trying. But you know, the first thing you gotta find out when you get on a dating site, and the first time you talk to them, you gotta find out if they're hobosexual. Not homosexual, hobosexual. You guys know what that means? Yes. You do? Okay, they're looking for a place to live. There are quite a few of them out there that are. I got a message the other day from this guy who was 32. I don't even know what the hell he's doing on Our Time, not old time, I would call old time, Our Time. I mean, it's for older people. And he sent me a message and said, he liked my smile. No, you don't. You're looking for a place to live, and you're looking for somebody who's got money. I have 2 grandchildren. My one granddaughter, she's going to SCAD. She was in high school, and she's not here, so I can tell this story. Because and don't anybody here ever say anything that Grandma told this story. Anyway, she was at my house one weekend, and she loved to get in my freezer and get in the Fireball. And do shots. And she said, Grandma, can I have a shot, a Fireball? And I said, okay, sure, honey, you can have one. Well, one turned into, I don't know how many she had, but she was drinking Fireball. She was feeling it, and she decided she wanted to tell me all about lesbian love. She told me about the top and the bottom and the blah, blah, blah. And I was just half listening, and I said, I think I need to go to bed. not being very successful, I have thought about maybe, changing teams. So maybe that information will come up, come into use one day. I don't know, who knows? You never know. I mean, I'm 71. That could be another new thing I try. I was married for 50 years. Yeah, my husband passed away. He died. I did not kill him. He died. During those 50 years, there was a point in time, probably at least once a day, that I would want to kill him. But, I did not. My grandson, who's now 20, and I can also tell the story about him, we went on a cruise when the kids were little. My daughter and I went to St. Martin's, and we're in St. Martin's, and the only place that we could get wings in St. Martin's was Hooters. So we take the kids to Hooters. My grandson is like about 4.5, I guess. Cutest little thing. He's got a bald head. We go and we sit down. This waitress, who was very well endowed, comes up to the table, and she's talking to him, and she just thought he was the cutest thing, and she's rubbing his head, and she's talking to him. And we got to talking to her. She was very, very nice. And she said, my apartment's not too far from here. She said, I moved here, and she was telling her whole story. I moved here, and I like it because I can walk to work. It's always nice weather. And we're just chatting away, and all of a sudden my grandson, who is like level with her boobs here, okay, at the table, he says, looks at her and he says, I know why you work here. I thought, oh shit. It's because your apartment's close. Thank God he said that, because I was so afraid he was going to say, because you have large boobs. And one time we went to the beach, and this also was in St. Martin, and he picks the place out on the beach. Do you know which place he picked out? Right next to the girl who's in the G-string, laying on her stomach with her top off. And he laid as close to her as he could and watched her. And I said, oh, there's nothing wrong with that boy. I had a weird experience last summer. My neighbors who live across the street, I have this, in my bathroom, I have this big medicine cabinet, and it's got like 3 mirrors on it. And I was in there doing something in the bathroom, and then all of a sudden my medicine cabinet is like coming out of the wall. Do you remember? Kelly's family that helped me, but anyway. So it was coming out of the wall, and I'm like trying to hold it. Luckily it was warm. It wasn't so warm that I had the air on. I hollered, I need help, I need help. Well, here comes my neighbor's daughter over into the house, and I said, I need a man, because it was heavy. I could hardly hold it up. And so she runs out the front door and she says, she needs a man, she needs a man. By then the neighbors have gathered, and she is screaming, she needs a man. And I said, Bree, you did not have to announce it like that. But anyway, so one of the lady who lives there, her boyfriend came over and he did fix it. He screwed it back in the wall for me. But it was really scary. It was heavy. I was trying to hold it up. I'm trying to scream. I'm trying to get help. It was scary. And I live by myself. Okay? And when you live by yourself, it's really weird if you have pets, because you talk to them like they're people. I leave my house tonight, and when I leave my house, I say to the dogs, I'll be back in about 3 hours probably. Make the cats behave. Don't do anything you're not supposed to do, and don't bark so much, Chloe. You're always barking. And then if I go to the bathroom, I'll say, excuse me, I'm going to the bathroom. I have to step over them. I say, excuse me to the dogs. And I thought, this is just really weird, because they do not know what I'm saying. Maybe. Do you all think they know?
Yes.
I think my Frenchie understands. He's pretty smart. But I don't know about the other two. They're a little dull. Okay, if you're really, really old, and you go into a bar, and you go up to somebody, what do you say? You're really old now. Do I come here often? You don't remember. I went to my doctor recently, actually my thyroid doctor, because I had to have my thyroid removed. And so they have to check these levels, these TSH levels. I thought they were THC levels. So when I went in to see my doctor, I said, I've been drinking a whole bunch of those THC drinks. A whole bunch of them. I drink them like crazy, so my levels should be really good. My doctor looks at me and he said, it's TSH, not THC? No. So then he looked at me and said, you're telling me you're high? No, I'm just telling you I drink a lot of those, so my levels should be high. But I thought it was THC. Anyway, it wasn't. Okay, we traveled with a friend of mine who happens to be here tonight, but I'm not going to mention any names. And we went to Amish country. It was really, really fun. It was really fun. But her sister told me the day before, I look so guilty. Her sister said the day before, okay, that be careful with Kelly. Kelly, oh, woo, I said her name. Be careful with her, and because she always gets hurt when we go on vacation. And so we go, we're touring this Amish farm, because she thought Amish people were going to be really, really super interesting. You can't even take your picture with them. So anyway, and she decides she's going to ride this Amish bicycle, which is not really a bicycle. It's like you do this. And so she decides to go downhill. And she doesn't remember how to stop. And when she comes back, she's bleeding like crazy. And the only thing I could think of was almost funny. It was almost comical because her sister had just said to me the night before, "Why keep an eye on Kelly, because she always gets hurt." I'm going to do this thing real quick. I had a minute, right? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so anyway, I'm going to do this thing we do here at Front Porch, and sex with me is like inanimate object. Sex with me is like an attic. You got to clean the cobwebs out first. Sex with me is like a hammer. I nailed it. Sex with me is like a calendar. Any day will do. Sex with me is like yoga. Lots of different positions. One more. Sex with me is like a shower. You're going to get wet. And last but not least, did y'all hear that the only toilet at the police station got stolen? Yeah, they have nothing to go on. Thanks. That's been great.
I love how everyone's like, give it up for Erin. I'm like, no, give it up for yourselves. I did 1 minute. I have no business being here. Yes, I spiritually relate to Wendy. I also live alone with my 2 cats, and the way I greet them can only be described as like manic. It's like, hello, my girls. It's really, and then I get in front of people and I act like that. I'm like, I need to like get a ring or something. Something's gotta give. Maybe like a hidden camera. I'm not sure. All right, my friends. Next up, we have someone who really just wants it. She decided to come here, and we didn't know, but she's here. She did our last New Jokes night, so the tenaciousness of only a 16-year-old. She's 16 years old, friends. Okay? I walked into the theater, I'm like, let's fucking go, Lily. Please give it up for Lily Robertson, y'all.
Okay, 2 things real quick. I thought I was supposed to be here. I'm sorry.
You're always
You're always more times more tangibly than others. Also, I'm 17. My birthday was Monday. And I'm so glad I'm 17. I'm glad I'm a teenager generally because I was terrible at being every single other age. I was an annoying kid. I really anxious, but also like a huge nerd. I read constantly as a child, and you could tell. I definitely thought that I was supposed to be like the protagonist of some kind of story. And I found out that I was not supposed to be in a really difficult way when I was 7. My parents that year, lovely, creative, thought up this perfect Christmas gift for me. There's this company called Mail Order Mysteries. You haven't heard of it? Lucky you. You sign your kid up, they get this little story, then every so often they get like a letter from one of the characters in the story with a puzzle, and you have to solve the puzzles to advance the story. They get this for me. They're like, okay, you love thinking that you're smarter than you are, and stories, it's perfect. So I get this for me, and I open it. It's fairy tale themed, magical. Like, this should be perfect. A princess has been under a curse. She's supposed to sleep for 100 years. If she's not woken by then, she'll turn to dust, and it's year 99, and you've got to wake her up. You being me. I open this letter, read it all, burst into tears. They were filming, because they were like, oh, it's going to be such like a heartfelt, lovely moment. I start screaming, no, why me? I can't do this. Why did you choose me? There was like a little like contract in there that was like, yes, I will help you, magical fairy, princess, whatever it was. I refused to sign it until both of my parents co-signed it. I was not willing to take on that responsibility. I wasn't sure what kind of charges could be brought against a 7-year-old for not knowing Pig Latin, but I was pretty sure manslaughter was on the table. I was very afraid. I was so afraid I wouldn't do the puzzles. I would sit next to my mom and make her do them so I could be sure I didn't kill that princess. And you guys, she lived. That's right. Yeah, thank you. The worst part is, they tried again 2 years later. They got the same package. I have 2 younger brothers. They got it for my middle brother. His was totally different though. It was spy themed, super cool. He had to help like the good spies solve all these codes so they could defeat the evil spies. He was great at it. He was killing it. But we had a third brother who thought he was killing it too much. And the evil spies were going to kidnap him to use as leverage to get our brother to stop solving the codes. So our parents had to tell him that it wasn't real and to drop it so our third brother could sleep at night. I was an anxious kid. I feel like they should have seen it coming. When I was 4, my dad tried to take me to see Frozen in theaters. That's a nice thing, and it was to like give our mom some time alone. Lovely all around, except for me. I said, fuck no. Screaming, crying, sobbing, it's a thing I did a lot as a kid, apparently. Did that thing 4-year-olds do where you like quadruple your body weight so you can't move them? Like, I was not going to see this. Because when I was 4, I had 2 whole sources of information on the movie Frozen. I had seen the trailer, and I talked to people at pre-K. And I don't know if you remember the trailer from Frozen, but when you can't read, it kind of heavily implies some murder. And you can take that from me. Then I went to pre-K the next day, and this kid had seen it, and he was like, yeah, the main thing you gotta know, the parents die on a boat. That was all the information I needed. I didn't want to see that. I like screamed and cried the whole way there. I didn't know why my dad wanted to see this movie so badly. So much that he would ignore the screaming child in his backseat with incredible powers of inductive reasoning. But he did. And we got to the theater. It was okay. I wish that I could stand here before you today like a better, stronger, braver person for having seen Frozen. Less anxious for having finally learned to let things go. Thought hard about that one. But I'm not. Still like a little bit paranoid in a fun way. That's a lie. It's not fun. I think it's because I was like the only person in elementary school who took assembly seriously. I was like constantly worried I had accidentally cyberbullied someone when I was like 8, despite having no cyber with which to do the bullying. But that was a consistent fear I held. But I think it has its advantages. Like, I think I would be like the best mad scientist assistant, okay? Yeah, hear me out. Because like, I'm really anxious, I'm really meticulous. Everything would be like ordered and clean and perfectly measured. But if I got the sense he was getting a little too mad, I wouldn't hesitate to destroy his greatest creation. I would be shoving my tuna salad sandwich into the supercomputer before you can say brain cell. I wouldn't hesitate. I would save humanity. You gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, thank you. We think these mad scientists are like crazy and paranoid or whatever. Maybe it's just the assistants. Maybe he used to be a regular scientist. I don't know. I brought the notepad for emotional support. I forgot to use it. Go back in your mind to 2 minutes ago when I was talking about Frozen. Remember those lovely memories we made as a group. They made another one, and this was my official declaration to the movie people to stop making more movies. If it wasn't good enough to define a generation, we don't need two. Yeah, and this last thing is entirely disconnected from anything that I've said today, but I want to say it anyway. That's how I'm rolling. I wasn't supposed to be here.
It's your set.
Thank you. I have a regular job, great, love it, but I also do like other stuff, like I babysit a lot. It's fun. I actually get paid more babysitting than I do at my regular job by the hour. And I'm not saying it's because parents like want to get away from their kids. They love their kids. And you can't put a price on love. But you can put a price on peace and fucking quiet. And it's $12 an hour. Thank you so much.
Obviously, Lily was always meant to be here. She just was a pleasant surprise. We love you, Lily. 17 years old, y'all. Give it up for her. That is fucking crazy. I certainly was not doing anything remotely close to this at 17. So you are my hero. Thank you. All right, friends. Next up, we have someone who I met just tonight in the green room. I'm loving the story that she's telling with her outfit tonight. And all I'm going to say is, I would like one of her bracelets, because it has a very special word on it. And that special word is cunt. Please give it up for Nina Becton, y'all.
Actually, that was a little incorrect. Wendy has the cunt bracelet. I have fuck shit up and bitch please. I actually made these at a craft night, right? And as an adult, like I'm like thinking of a craft night, I'm thinking of like little kids, and I'm just like, how fun can that be? Then I realized, like, wait a second, I can make anything on these bracelets. So that's where that came from. So I did, and I wear them. But I actually substituted in Chatham County, and I left one on the teacher's desk. And I just want to know, like, the mental gymnastics she did to figure out if this kid's, like, running around with a you know, bracelet thing that said, like, fuck shit up. I'm not sure. I am nervous right now. I don't know why. The nerves always get me. I think when it's like it's not a new environment. I did the Big Chick Energy show, but it's still a little bit different. It's almost like some of the energy you kind of like feed off of. Anyway, you guys, the sea turtles are dying. I wish. I thought about it in comedy. You know how some of the celebrities will commandeer the Oscars to just like talk about the plight of something, but I don't want to take you guys' time up like that. I just really don't. Honestly, sometimes when we're doing comedy at some of the open mics, I feel like one of those like people that go door to door and try to sell something to someone. So I do like this where people are actually here to see something on stage. It makes things feel a little bit more invigorating. I like to roast animals. Not, well, you know, figuratively. Like, I don't... Wait, no, not figuratively. No, what I mean is that I emotionally tear them down. Exactly. But did you guys know that a group of pandas is called an embarrassment? It's because the bamboo they eat is not suited to their digestive system. And actually, when pandas can only mate 2 days out of the year, but when they actually can mate, they're too lazy to do it. They've even shown them panda porn, and even they know it's not real. Thank you. I hear you're back. That's my friend, by the way. I say like some of my friends are like comedy seat warmers because they have infectious laughs, and I just want to scatter them in the audience. So when they laugh, everybody else starts laughing. Not letting people know they're my friends, but kind of like, you know, disingenuous, but it's fine. Also, lemurs. A group of lemurs is called a conspiracy, but my phone actually auto-corrected to a group of wieners. And I was kind of thinking that actually checks. Have you guys ever read bird names? Like some of the insane things birds are named? What do you know?
It's It's not good.
Oh, I was just saying, I know some not so good ones either.
Just like the cock of the rock that don't.
Yeah, I've heard of that one actually. There is a Himalayan snowcock, and we have the bush tit, the blue-footed booby. I can't remember. Oh yeah. I honestly these cannot be named by women, right? Like there's not a group of women that are like, yeah, I'm gonna name that the hoary puff leg. It's a group of like male biologists sitting around, maybe even naming them after their exes. I don't know. But there's also an oil bird. It's like needs some WD-40. That's how it flies. There's also the go away bird, and it's like that's not a bird, that's an X. Also, I did this joke when I first started doing stand-up, and I never did it again, but I want to do it tonight. But they used to name birds like wherever they fell down. Didn't even matter if that's where they were from. It would be like there's a bird called the Tennessee warbler, and it's not from Tennessee. But I was thinking like that would be like naming JFK the Dealey Plaza president. see, the first time I did that, people groaned, so I was like, not doing that one again. I don't know, maybe it's like it hasn't been enough years since that happened, I'm not sure. This is like moving on me, hold on. I don't even know how to adjust these, I gotta learn. Okay, now where's it going? We'll do this. I work with AI models. I know. Yeah, but I think someone like I've even like kind of seen this guy, and I'm like wondering if because he got really against AI, and he's like messaged me back, and I'm like, is that the reason? Is it like a moral dilemma? I'm not sure. But one of the categories for creative writing with the AI models is bathroom wall graffiti. And my brain was just like, I'm just picturing this man in a bathroom, right? Just like, just can't figure out how to say this well. And he just like, it just like pulls out his phone and he types into AI, how else do you say Hannah is a whore? I'm sorry if anybody's name is Hannah. But it's like, what is it gonna spit out? Like, Hannah, the name whispered on one too many a man's lips? Or, send nudes, and it's like, I'd love to see those breastises upon this mobile device. And also, women's restrooms are also, the line's insanely long. Can you imagine a woman in a restroom trying to write a soliloquy all over the bathroom wall that she's like gotten off of ChatGPT? I've actually seen some of the prompts people feed into AI. It's like the thong song, but the gospel version of it. So you're not getting some like poetic Shakespeare. It's gonna be like the Epic of Gilgamesh as if it was rapped by Lil Wayne. That's what you're gonna be seeing. Now where am I going? Oh, dang it, I hate doing this on stage sometimes. Sometimes like my brain, because I have ADHD, so my brain is like popping around like topics and stuff. One thing I like to do when I do my comedy sets is roast people. Because I'm not the greatest. I think I'm like kind of too like sweet and kind, and I want to interact with the audience more. But I don't want to like tear people down. I don't want to like be like, you are like Rapunzel, but instead of letting down your hair, you let down people in your life. If it were up to me, I would probably go one by one and tell all of you guys that you look emotionally regulated. But I do want to get better at that, so I say what I do is like do you want to be roasted? You look like you're excited about something. She's like, got her hands up, like, woo. So I say I just do like mid-level roast. Somebody said honey roasted, but I think there's a comedian that already does roast like that. Who wants to be mid-level roasted? I knew that was gonna happen. Okay. So I have two people. Oh. Both of you guys are. No. Okay. I'm trying to like think. Okay, I'll roast. You know what's the problem with roasting people who are dressed? You look cute, and so I don't want to roast you. I want to make you feel better about yourself. But I'm gonna lightly roast you. Honestly, I mean, you like make me think, and I did an improv one time where I did something like this. You look like you're an elementary school teacher, but you're on the verge of a mental breakdown. What is your job?
I do so many, but mainly secretary.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna see. What does your shirt say, by the way?
I heart Lily Robertson.
Can you stand up and do a twirl?
Oh, I can't. It's on the back of a Garfield shirt. I didn't
Oh, see, that's awesome, actually. Okay. Who else? She keeps wanting me to roast her. This is my friend Roku, right? Okay. She keeps wanting me to roast her. Do you want me to roast you?
You can do it.
It smells like curry in here. Ricky, where's your application for citizenship? Just kidding, I can't do that. I can't roast my friends. Who else wants to be roasted? Do I want to roast them? Oh man. When I saw you, you reminded me of a celebrity, but like a knockoff version. I can't remember what his name is, but I will tell you later. But that's rude. I can't believe I just said that. I feel like that. No? You're not gonna cry on your way home? Okay.
Later on.
Oh, maybe John Candy? Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Maybe it's John Candy. That's actually, he's funny though. I've never seen this man on stage before, so nothing to go off of. So. All right. Anyway, I'm Nina.
Nina Begden, y'all. I love a gentle roast. I mean, I have never been ballsy enough to do crowd work, so kudos. Next up, we actually do have the unfunny John Candy. His name is actually Miles Goldsmith. I took stand-up class with him about a year ago. And here he is, Miles Goldsmith.
All right. It was quite fun to get roasted. All right, John Candy's, that's a high bar. But anyways, my name's Miles. I'm a 43-year-old single father of a 6-year-old. So far, so good. You know, with a kid, you kind of wonder, I could be a great father and he could still be fucking crazy. But I know we're trying to get away from current events, but I couldn't help but think, like, if you're a dad, and your kid is, in the Epstein files. And I don't mean the kids, no, the people in power. You really fucked up, is that? I see everybody get nervous. It's not gonna be too bad. But I don't think the Epstein files are funny as a whole. But there is one file that I do think is funny. There's one. It's a file about Donald Trump blowing Bill Clinton. That is crazy. 2 presidents were blowing at each other, and it barely stayed in the news. See the shock on your face, yes. I can't believe how it happened. I want everybody to picture it. Let's all picture it together. Bill, just hanging out. Hey, Donald. Bet you don't know how to slalom. Donald's ego can't take it. Bill, you don't know. I'll give the best of that anybody has ever given. Why do you even think that I would do something like that? Oh, with that dance, Donald. Oh, Donald. Did they tell you your head looks like a squirrel's nest? Come over here and give me some squirrel's nest. That's gonna be Operation Squirrel Head Fury. All right. So, speaking of that, I think it's time to say that we could have all female leaders with the problems we've been having. I think we're ready for that. And I was thinking, all right, what could be the positives and the negatives, just for fun? All right, positives, yeah, no war, probably. Children be fed. Also, children, what's that word? Nobody fucking them? Yeah. Sorry, but fellas, come on. And then, but I was thinking, all right, what if there are, like, what would the negatives be, like, hypothetical? You know, I'm picturing a bunch of, right-wing ladies being like, all right, no more masturbating. Every time men masturbate, you're just killing the kids. Millions of kids going down the drain. Yeah, I've like, just being like guys going to other states, like, I'm going to Pennsylvania. All right. No, I don't think they really care what we would do with ours, but anyways. So, finishing up, I consider myself a responsible owner of the penis, I would say. When I was going through the divorce process, and my attorney, first time he looks me in the eye, dead in the eye, and goes, and he was Southern too, he goes, Miles, no matter what you do, don't have sex with her. I was like, okay. He looked me out, he said, don't. It's like, all right. And then he told me a story, basically, about his client who was getting a divorce, and they found out when it got to the hearing that, he had been having sex with his wannabe ex-wife the entire time. And the judge threw the case out. I was like, so I walked out thinking like, okay, I can't wait for you. I'm not gonna do that. It was a really hostile situation because we were living in the same house, waiting for her to move. And then, so I said, all right. And then one day she walked by in like pajamas on and somebody started talking to me. And I was like, no. And I pulled inside another room. And I was like, hush, little baby, I know you want to be free. Don't fall for the boy, my boy. She's only gonna use you for a toy. You don't wanna win in the end, you gotta show some discipline. Man. Alright. That's right. I'm Oscar-winning actor, Mr. Morgan Freeman. Miles thought it'd be a good idea for me to come out here at the end. I don't know why. But thank you. I want to give a shout out to the owners of Front Porch Hip Hop, Dan, John, and Bree. Another one was John Antoine. And Darren Ross. So I wanted to say goodnight, Mr. Morgan Freeman. Enjoy the show.
Unfunny John Candy, y'all. I almost just dipped my tooth on this microphone. Holy shit. I got a fake one, but it could always go. It can never go. All right, friends. Next up, we have another person who I just met tonight. He's got a podcast, Blooper Reel podcast, where he features some local comedians. Please give it up for Sam Simwali, y'all.
I think we're done with comedy for the night. I think I'm not going to do any comedy. I actually wrote a poem. It's a slam poem. You guys are good with that? Yeah. Have you ever been a poetry crowd? No? I'll show you how. If something I say really resonates with you, just snap it up, man. Yeah? Good. This poem's called Barbecue Blues. It's serious. Like it to settle down. Charcoal, black, then it turns gray. Really? That? We got you with charcoal? Okay. People come through, but they don't stay. Butter's melting on the cob. 9/11 was an inside job. Burgers hot, sear and sizzle. No umbrella, starts to drizzle. Bad reviews for my baked beans. Turns out jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Snapped up, yeah. Here we go. Styrofoam coolers out of ice. Warm sodas are costly price. Dropped my tongs onto the lawn. Where the fuck is the plane that hit the Pentagon? We're almost done here. This whole thing's been a major bust. Made a cheesecake. Forgot the crust. It's good for cheesecake, right? What a disaster. This failed function. Never did find those weapons of mass destruction. Alright, that's enough of that. You know how fucking hard it is to find something that rhymes with Pentagon? That's fucking crazy. Ricky, you did alright? I'm sorry you got shot in that movie. I don't know if everyone gets that reference, Poison Ivy. But we're gonna go through some actual jokes. We're done with poetry. That's the end of my poetry career. Everybody doing good tonight? Thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for coming out. All of you spent gas money to get here. That's amazing. Thank you for doing that. Right? It's just, it's expensive. It's a lot. Some places it's $5. Isn't that crazy? But is anyone just sick of being poor? Make some noise, right? Can we end it now? This lady is like, my money's good. You better fucking worry about yourself. My shit is good. I'm happy for you. But for us poor folk, there used to be a time, Wendy, you might remember, it was a while back. You might remember. You, sir, you might remember also, used to be, you could have one job.
Oh, yeah.
You could have, on that one job, that's how you could have 2 cars. You're never gonna see that, sorry. You could have a house, right? And you could take your family on vacations. That was a time for that. I think it was a better time. You could hit women. I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. I still hit women. It was a joke. That guy finally laughed at that joke. He remembers that time. Man, I want you to blink if you're in danger, okay? You tell me. That guy's laughing over there. He's like, those were good times. Those were good times. It's a real story about Wendy's husband died. She finally had enough. Wendy killed that man. So, speaking of being poor, we'll get away from the woman hitting. That's out of control. You had too much fun with that. Being poor, you know where you can't be poor? Fucking Disney World. Yeah, any Disney adult? This lady's like, yeah, I have a fucking membership, okay? I have money, I go to Disney whenever I want. Any Disney adults in the house, though? Okay, yeah, so we're all fucking poor, alright? We're all poor here. Dude, come on, don't lie to me, anybody. Disney, apparently, the happiest place on the earth, if you're not fucking there, you will walk 87 miles a day in that place, alright? But Disney is, just bear with me, dude, look at some other thing, don't look at what I'm doing over here. The thing about Disney, the most dysfunctional family on the planet, turn into Navy SEALs conducting a military operation at Disney, okay? Like the day before you go, they have a military war room briefing. They sit you down, they say, 05, lights on. 05:30, morning chow. 06, you will conduct personal hygiene. 06:30, at the bus stop. 07, you storm the gates. We'll send the fastest person in the group to recon all the rides and report back to the group. I promise you, we would have found Osama bin Laden in 2 days if we would have sent a Disney family over there and said, you could ride Avatar first if you find him. They would have found that motherfucker so quick. I'm telling you. The other thing about Disney, so I went with a group of like 6 or 7 people. And there's 3 children. I don't have any children, but there's children I have to interact with in this group now, right? It's difficult. And the most difficult part was finding a place to eat. There's so many of us. Everyone wants something different. It's a 45-minute ordeal. We finally get to somewhere, and I order a $35 burger. Do you hear me, Ricky? It's a $35. Me and you, that's a problem. This lady's like, give me 2. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, put it all on my tab. I'm getting everybody $35 burgers and fries. Me and you, it's a problem, Ricky. I get the $35 burger. I'm not a bitch. I'm like, I'm not gonna be embarrassed in front of these kids. Get the burger. I get my burger finally, and there's a 10-year-old next to me. And this 10-year-old immediately sneezes on my burger. Immediately. I'm torn now. Do I waste $35? Or do I eat the sneeze burger? Really? Sneeze burger? Come on, that's comedic change. I don't. I call a waitress over. I was like, excuse me, this child has sneezed on my burger. It's $35. Times are hard. Okay? Can we do something about this? And she leans into my ear. She goes, that's Disney, bitch. And then she sneezed in my mouth. That's pretty good. What happened? Well, I got the light yet. I have not been looking at that corner. We're at 1 minute. What do you guys want to talk about now? We got 1 minute. Hurry, quick. Let's see. What else do I have? Pause that minute. We're going to figure something out. Okay, I'll tell you a quick story. It'll probably be longer than a minute. I also am responsible with my penis, like my buddy Miles here. I actually got a vasectomy. I got snipped. Anybody else in the house get snipped? Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Pretty awesome. I did it when I was in the military, though. All right? Very different. Any military people in the house? Right? Dude, nuts. We might have gone to the same doctor. The military, Army doctors are not very good with bedside manner, right? So I went, and usually they give you like Valium or something before the procedure, but in an Army hospital they say, put your pants down and bite on this, okay? There's no like easing into it. And then you go through the procedure, and they tell you afterwards like, hey, you have to like do so many times before we can give a sample and make sure you're clear, right? Yes. And they make a point to say, don't do it in 1 day, because that's a problem. It's happened before, right? So I wait the period of time, a respectable amount of time. I'm not an animal. And I go back to this, again, Army hospital. There's not much decorum here. And I go, hi, I'm here to provide a sample. And she's like, go to the bathroom, here's a bag with a cup in it. And I was like, that's a public bathroom. And she just will put up a sign. Like, I'm the weird one. I'm the weird one who's gonna maybe catch a felony in this public hospital, right? So I go, Ricky, I'm in there. Thank God for smartphones, right? And I'm like, okay. Well, did the deed, I walk out, I'm dirty, I feel dirty, right? And I walk, I put the cup in the paper bag, I carry it over to it was a male nurse, I carry it over, and I try to add some levity to the situation. I was like, do I pay you now? And he goes, get the fuck out of here, dude, we're not done. That's all my time. Please give it up for your host, Eric. Thank you guys so much.
That is our show. Thank y'all so much. Please give it up for your comics. Thank you. We do have an 8:30 show. If you do not have tickets, we would love to sell you some at the bar. If this looks like fun, we have improv classes, stand-up classes, storytelling classes, summer camp, kids camp, all the fun stuff. Please visit our website if you would like to learn more information. As we do have that 8:30 show, I would kindly ask you to unask your seats so we can flip this theater. Can we do that?